Did you wait, hold on. You say this, but with the Gladiator episode, you know that guy with the computer was typing in like they fought leopards for fun, like in like a little zone. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that adds to like 10% more like bestiality.
What?
I mean, like not
What?
like that.
What?
No, like more like they're more
Wait,
bestial.
Jesse, I'm sorry. What did you
Not
think
like they
happened in
fuck.
the Coliseum? Like, what kind of shows were they putting on? The other day, Jesse, I was out running, and I had a thought of
Like from somebody or just like for exercise?
from my demons,
Okay. Okay.
and I thought, what if I just didn't stop? Like, I started to get tired and my legs hurt. But it's like, but what if I just didn't, and I just went even faster and even farther?
Okay.
And so I did, and I just kept going. And from like, I thought for a minute it was like I'm gonna die, like I'm in so much pain. But then I just like was like, but I'll just keep going, I guess. And
Dude,
I
you put yourself into shock. That's what happened.
and I
Like,
ran so far and so fast, and like I didn't stop. I just kept moving until I had reached like my house after running for like a ridiculous distance.
did you do like a circle?
I don't even know, Jesse, because like my brain shut off. Like I couldn't even think anymore because like all my energy was going to like not being dead. But then
Uh-huh.
before I could get to my house, I had to stop at a stoplight. And when as
You
soon as
hadn't run into a stop line up until that point?
no, because I purposely make my route to where I don't. Like if I see a light ahead of me, I just went a different way. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Because
So
like,
you're
I
just getting like lost in the jungle.
so like I couldn't stop, man. There was no stopping.
Yeah. Okay.
But then when I did stop, I immediately fucking threw up, just instantly. I stopped moving and I threw up and collapsed onto the ground.
Oh my God. Were there other people around?
No one was there to see it, but
Oh my God.
as
You're
I'm like
so lucky.
as I'm lying there in my attempt to recover, uh, people do show up, and it was two coworkers because I live really close to where I work.
Oh no.
But like they didn't see the throw up because it wasn't even that much throw up. It was just a little bit because I had like
That's
obviously
good.
there wasn't a bunch of food in my stomach at the time,
Yeah.
and I'm not healthy enough for another fucking dragon fight
Well, you got a America thing.
right now. Oh, okay.
We do have a ton of souls, though. It would be a shame if we lost. So I'm gonna warn you now. A lot of people skip this boss because he's kind of a cunt, and it's not necessary. But go ahead.
But so yeah, I then had to like make my way through this conversation with these two Japanese dudes, like
While
while
you're on the
trying.
ground.
No, I had already stood up, but like I couldn't fucking move because like my legs were so weak, and I didn't want to position myself in a way where they could catch a glimpse of like where I had thrown up. Like,
Oh my God.
so, but like I needed them to leave because I was kind of blocking my filth pile, right?
You were probably so wet too. You were
Oh,
probably like a wet
oh
man.
yeah, I was really sweaty, and they were like, "Oh, like you've been exercising." Like that wasn't an issue because like clearly I was in like my running gear.
You've been exercising, not you've been trying to kill yourself, like on your feet.
Yeah. But like they stood and they kept talking to me for so long, and it was I just wanted them to fucking go.
Oh my.
Which is the problem in Japan this time, which I guess kind of connects to another one. That sometimes you just like you can't say things to people like I couldn't say like okay like I have to go like we need to stop this conversation like that what I just
What
had
do
to
you
like
mean?
because that would have been
It's
rude.
just not an option?
It's just not an option. No, it would have been really rude if I'd have done that
How does anybody end a conversation then?
because you have to be like the more senior person. They were older than me. Like I had no
Oh,
I had no power.
the the older person always has to end the conversation.
Not okay, not I shouldn't say that. It's not always that bad. But if it's a coworker and like you're the kohai there and they're talking to you about something, you just kind of have to let them talk until they're done talking.
Yeah.
You can't be ever to be the one like, hey, that's cool and all, but I'm gonna go die over there if you don't mind.
You looking for the crown?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
in the
there it is.
middle. It didn't do the thing, but I'm guessing it's because you died. That's probably why. But it's not gonna take us more than 5 seconds. I mean, that is pretty wild. What you did was kind of dumb and insane, but you did this before with like jumping jacks or something,
Oh,
push-ups.
with jump rope.
So,
I did it with jump rope.
or yeah, jump rope.
You just have to train your body to be like peak specimen.
Yeah, like after that, did you go in your shed in the backyard and like put the steel magic spine in your back and then start working on some radiators or something?
Yeah. Dude, don't be fucking jealous of my peak physical condition.
I mean, you definitely can run farther than me because you probably can run farther than 100 meters.
Oh yeah, dude, I ran like 20 miles. It was nuts.
How did you make it back to your house? That's what I'm wondering. Like, how did you know?
Like a fucking pigeon, dude. You just home in on it.
That's ridiculous. That's kind of funny. We did really good against that guy the first time without the armor, and then we just got instantly killed that time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the way.
Oh yeah, we lost
go.
all those souls, by the way.
Oh no! It was like 400,000. It was a lot.
Oh, they're all gone now.
That's alright. We'll get more souls eventually. So the reason why this guy's such a fucking cunt is because he's in water, and water does more damage whenever you get hit by electricity.
Oh, that makes sense.
And
But
so
he's got like electricity, and does it work the same as regular electricity?
Are you like asking me like as a scientist, like Nikolai
Yeah.
Tesla? Like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I'm not a dragon. I've never met a dragon. I also
you
couldn't tell
would
you
drink
about
their
real
juice.
life electricity. I would drink their juices, yeah.
Dude, that's fucking brutal sometimes. When he gets you, he gets you.
The book series that I'm reading right now, there's a character called Animander Rake, and he's like, he can turn into a dragon. And basically, there's like, he's not a real dragon. He's kind of like a dark elf kind of dude, but he can turn into a dragon. But there's a big dragon that lives at his like base, and like sometimes he goes and has sex with her. And I'm always like, that's kind of weird. Like nobody's like, maybe you shouldn't have a sex with the dragon as a dragon. Like that just seems like, I don't know, a little bit off.
I feel like we've talked about this before, but why are books, especially fantasy books, always trying to be so weird?
I thought you were gonna say so horny about dragons.
Well, no, but just
specifically.
horny about anything. If there are dragons in the book, they will be horny about dragons. They just want to be horny about anything they can. And I don't get it.
Yeah, man.
I
mean,
hate
it's
that.
like just fantasy or any books.
I think fantasy are the worst at it because it will always happen and it comes out of nowhere. You're like, oh, this is a cool fantasy book, and then it's like, here's some weird fucking dragon sex.
Oh,
Like, why have you
you're
done this?
specifically talking about the Florian or whatever.
Well, that is in one example, but it's not like that's the only one.
What is the name of the fucking sex fairy? That quote from the name of the
Yeah,
wind encounters, and then you spend literally like a third of the book in the sex fairy world.
And then after that, Quoth just fucks everyone, and the book just
Yeah, he's
totally
like,
changed.
I'm so good at sex. Like I had sex with so many women. I'm so fucking good at sex.
Mm-hmm.
Watch me have sex with all these women that are much better than the main female protagonist of the story.
Mm-hmm.
That nobody likes.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's secretly a bad guy. But Patrick Rothfuss is like, no, you guys already figured that out. Now I can't write it. Now I gotta spend another 10 years upping my triglycemides because I eat all the fucking candy because I'm a little sugar boy. I'm a little sugar boy who takes it in the ass. I wish I could take a fucking big dead dragon in my ass because I am Patrick Rothfuss. That was my impression.
Dude, that's crazy.
I'm not sure if you could tell, but I'm a little bitter. I'm a little bitter about the man. Holy cum nuggets.
Who would win in a fight between Patrick Rothfuss and George R. R. Martin?
Like, Patrick is such a soft boy, but he's probably 20 years younger than George R. R. Martin at least. So it's hard to
Is
say.
he
Like, I bet
really
George R. R.
20
Martin,
years younger?
he's got like George R. R. Martin looks very old.
Patrick Rothfuss looks like he is a soft boy, but he doesn't look like he's that young either.
I mean, is George R. R. Martin also a soft boy? Like, I can't really tell. Like, he might have like killed like 10 people in Vietnam. Like, and
Yeah,
I wouldn't
he looks
know,
like
but
he might. I think George R. R. Martin is a little bit crazy.
he definitely killed some Krauts back in the Great War.
Okay, he's not that old.
Did you see he was talking shit about the
see
fucking
that,
dragon
yeah.
show? Which is very funny.
Too little, too late, George.
Yeah, like, he's definitely not in the right. Like,
But you didn't pick your winner. I'm gonna go with George.
oh. Yeah, I think I go with George too. But I think it's gonna be a pretty ugly fight. Like, I think George might like grab him like by his like a lapel or something and just give him like a good socking, like, because his arm isn't very long. He's pretty short, but he just does like a little uppercut and just like punches Rothfuss out because he's got that soft boy jaw, eating all that soft sugar.
I think it would be really one-sided. I think George R. R. Martin would just walk up and just fucking take him to town. I think Pat Rothfuss would just get beaten to a fucking pulp. He wouldn't even get one hit in.
I mean, that's what I think. I think it's a one hit and it's over kind of fight. But yeah, maybe.
I don't know. The fight might be over, but George wouldn't stop at one hit.
I do think George will die though at the end of the fight. Like,
just from pure sexual gratification.
Yeah, it'll just keel over. It's Unfinished Writers Fight Club. I guess George R. R. Martin is the Unfinished Fight Club champion.
I mean, if it's him and Pat, yeah, for sure.
From soft dragon in the ass, sugar candy sweet dragon boy, Patrick Rothfuss. God, I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
I had a really awkward encounter about him recently too.
With
because I saw him eating a bunch of sugar.
Yeah, you wanted to have a conversation, but he just kept putting too many dragons in his ass. You're like,
but I was last time I was getting, or no, it was not the last time, but the time before that, I was getting a tattoo. I go to the same girl usually for all my tattoos, and she's like into fantasy, and we were both talking about books we were reading, and I asked her if she ever read the Name of the Wind books or the Kingkiller Chronicles, and she said no. So I was like, I didn't sell it to her without giving the clear warning that this is not a finished thing, but the first one and like half of the second one is pretty good, and so I gave them to her. Even my signed copy of it, that his little sticky fingers.
I was gonna say with like sticky little finger marks.
His sticky little dragon hand. But I gave them to her, and then I was there recently getting another tattoo done. I'm like, oh, so how did you like the books? And I could tell she had not read them. And it was the worst, because if she would have just said, oh, I haven't read them yet, I would have been like, okay, cool. But like, she tried to talk to me like she had read them, but I knew in my heart that she really had not, and it was the worst conversation ever.
Why did she
do like, that? How do you even... I don't know, but it made it... And I like this woman a lot, so I don't know why she would like...
I guess she doesn't like you.
I guess. Or she like just didn't get into the book. Like, if she would have just said it's not for me, I would have been like, okay, yeah, that's fine. It's a sticky little dragon boy book. Like, what can you expect? But any other authors we want to dunk on while we're in like the author dunk zone?
Yeah, fuck Dan Brown. That dude has written the same book like 10 times. You know what I mean? Like, am I the only one that like sees this?
No, 100%. And I even knew this when I liked his books. Like, it was such a formula. Like, when I was in like maybe 7th grade. That's when I read like all his books. And the formula is there's like a writer or like some kind of dude that just like knows stuff, and he's like middle aged, but he still fucks. Like he fucks. Maybe he's in like a loveless marriage, but he fucks. Like, and there's a hot girl who needs help, and then there's always like a large man that like is physically imposing and will destroy. Like, is trying to kill the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
That's like pretty much it. And that's all he needs. And then there's usually some like bullshit about Jesus fucking or something like that.
I would like the Dan Brown where like how is there always end up being like a Jesus conspiracy? Like I think some in real life like there just wouldn't, it would just end like, oh, I guess it wasn't like some crazy fucking hidden secret. Oh nope, I guess we got this one wrong.
Like in his newest book, like they like go and they're like, what have we learned? And like Dan Brown, like what's a Dan Brown character name? Like
Tom Hanks.
Like Johnny. No, like Johnny Brownson. Johnny Brownson looks at the camera and he's like, sir, you're not gonna believe this. And he holds up like a little piece of blue fur. And it's like, oh shit. And then the fucking Escape the City song starts playing like
I would love that, dude.
And then the next movie is Sonic 5 Dan Brown edition, where it's like a Sonic movie and a Dan Brown movie, like all tied together in one.
I would be happy. And my issue with this isn't necessarily just Dan Brown thing, but any type of stuff where it's inherent to the plot. I mean, Indiana Jones is the biggest culprit of this. Where it's inherent to the plot that like Christianity, like that shit was real, like that actually did happen.
Wait, are you shit talking Indiana Jones right now?
No, I'm not necessarily shit talking, but I'm saying that always sets up a world in which you can't just now make it like, oh, this is like the real world, because like no, but you're also acknowledging that like Jesus was a real dude who had magic powers.
I mean, you did tell me though in the newest Indiana Jones movie, he does go back in time and hangs out with like Archimedes or something.
That does happen. That does happen. Yes.
There's some wild shit going on.
But then you can't just go back and like this isn't like real life anymore. Like this is a fantasy story. Like Indiana Jones is fantasy.
In the first Dan Brown book, is it Angels and Demons? Maybe that's not the first one, but that's the first one I read. Isn't the plot of that one that it's the same guy from the Da Vinci Code, but the plot is that like the scientists at what's that big European science facility?
CERN?
Yeah, at CERN had made like antimatter or something, and they were gonna turn it into a bomb.
I can't remember.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was about. Like that was the driving plot, and then somehow they were in the Vatican. You know, as you end up being in the Vatican.
Yeah, because there's always a secret little mystery.
But yeah,
gotta have some guy like whipping himself.
It's Silas. Yeah, he's wild. That wasn't it. No, but that
was in the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, that was Da Vinci Code. In Angels and Demons, it's also a big scary man that was like he's like an original assassin. Like he's part of the Hassan. Like he takes like heroin to get like ready for a big fight, and like he's like a Hassan like OG. Please, Mr. Dragon. Please don't touch us with your sticky fingers. I like how you prioritized torrent over healing there. That was an interesting choice.
Jesse, I just had to get out because I just kept getting stun locked. If I would heal, I would just get hit again. I just had to try to escape.
We don't have to fight this guy. I vote we do not fight this guy.
Jesse, we have to fight this guy.
He sucks. He's just not a fun fight. He's not fair.
He does suck, and that's why he doesn't get to live.
The reason why you did so well the first time, and I know you've been trying this a little bit, but I think we need to lean into it more. The way I beat him and the way you had so much success the first time, you got to just do guerrilla tactics. It's got to be very hit and run. Like maybe just a small hit, and then you just leave, and then come back whenever he's vulnerable. That's what I did. I think maybe because I died to him like
take too long though. I don't know that I have the patience for that maneuver.
That was like a small hit, and that's like let's say like 1/20th of his health.
I gotta do that so many times.
You just gotta hit and run. Just go through the legs and out the other side. This is what you were doing the first time though, and you were very successful.
I don't even remember that first time. That wasn't me. That was a goblin.
Oh.
Pot Junior gonna take a
I don't
swing?
like-
No, he doesn't fight.
You gotta just like dig back in
Oh,
there.
oh, I missed.
Why are you running away from?
Because I was watching Pot Junior. I wanted to see if he'd take a swing.
Like he gets involved when you get involved. So every time you do a drive-by, he'll try to get involved. We got a little stuck there. Throwing the pot. It's good to see. But I think that's the way you do it. I think that's the play. As your coach, that's my professional call. You ever see the movie? You ever see the video of the like Empire and the baseball coach like freaking out on each other with the mics on?
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It's always so good. Like, I know that's such a weird specific thing to reference, but I just saw it again tonight. And he's just like, come on, Jimmy, you gotta give us a chance. You gotta give us a chance. And he's like, and the other guy's like, he's like, calm down, Paul. Like, you gotta calm down right now. We both know the fucking scenario. He's like, you got a chance, Jimmy. Like, his voice is fucking crazy. Could, like, Jeffrey put a clip of that in or something?
No. Can't put that in.
We were talking about shitty authors. All right, Dan Brown's on the shitty author list. You know who I don't like?
Who? Jordan Sparks.
I don't. Who?
That's the woman who's like, I don't even think is a real woman, who makes all the cheap like novels for middle-aged women that they sell at Walmart.
Wait, what did you say the name was?
Jordan Sparks. Isn't that who that is?
Oh, Nicholas Sparks.
Oh, Nicholas Sparks.
Is it a woman that's actually a man, or a man that's actually a woman?
I think it's just like a conglomerate of people.
Oh, I see.
I
Like
don't
you
think
write
it's-
some dirty fiction, and you're like, let's give this to the Sparks. Like,
Yeah,
conglomerate.
you put the Sparks, they'll buy it, for like a bottle cap and some black licorice. That's what feeds Rothfuss's addiction.
I bet, dude. I'm not Rothfuss, but you know that George R. R. Martin loves black licorice. And like candy that looks like the like when you go to like a Cracker Barrel, like those little candy sticks that you can suck on.
Mm-hmm. You ruffle his beard and those just fall out. He has so many of them.
He's not quite as much of a sticky boy as Rothfuss, but like he loves a Cracker Barrel. Like anytime George R. R. Martin's driving past a Cracker Barrel, he always stops. Yeah, we drove in when he's doing an attack there. Nice dodge. I wish Torrent wouldn't be such a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Like, do you remember when I told you the first time that like, oh, the things that make our spirit summon stronger and they'll also make Torrent stronger, and I was very excited about that because I was like, oh, it's great. It'd be great if Torrent wasn't such a little fucking bitch. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And like, but it actually didn't do anything. It did absolutely nothing. Like, Torrent takes a hit on his chin like Rothfuss takes fucking dragons up the ass. Am I right?
I think I should be able to give Torrent that item that makes him have like a goblin head and he can just ram people as I go by.
Oh, I like that. I just realized that, like, can we be held accountable for live after this? Allegedly,
only if
Patrick
it's
Rothfuss
not
takes the
true.
dragons
Only
up
if
the
it's
ass,
not true.
allegedly. Okay.
But like, see, Pat Rothfuss, he can never take us to court because then everyone will see that he's a sticky little dragon. So like, we would be proven right in the end.
Justice will prevail on this day. Okay, we got him this time. Pot Jr. is gonna die here, but I think you should be okay.
Pot Jr. never
Don't
dies.
get too greedy. Don't get too greedy.
Oh, I gotta keep Pot Jr. alive.
I don't think that move does any damage. I just think he flexes how cool his wings are when he does that.
Well, he's doing something now. Oh, you just kind of flew over there.
He didn't like that you were you were trying to do the reverse Patrick Rothfuss. You were trying to go inside his ass. He felt offended by that. He's doing something big here.
Oh.
Oh, they're good.
Ah. That
all right,
wasn't
we're
quite
okay.
sensual
Tons of
enough.
That was pretty sensual. I can't.
No,
do it
not
worse.
sensual enough. Well, I just
Are you saying it was too sensual?
No, that is the opposite of what I said.
Just like think about Che Guevara. Like channel your inner Che Guevara. Or like who else was a guerrilla fighter? Like Pancho Villa. Like channel your inner Pancho Villa. Harambe?
Yeah.
Is that like a real person, or are you just talking about the gorilla?
No, he's a guerrilla fighter.
That was so bad. I didn't even put that together. That was, oh my god. He wasn't a child fighter though, evidently.
No.
There we go. In a battle between child and gorilla, the child won that one. Nice.
I feel like Deadliest Warrior missed an opportunity with not including animals.
Oh man, that's like treading a dangerous line though.
Well, obviously I don't want people to actually fight animals in the same way Deadliest Warrior didn't have people fight to the death.
Yeah, but you can't imply like cool shit like that, like gladiator shit.
Well, see, I guess people get upset, but I would be interested. Like,
Did you hold on. You say this, but with the gladiator episode, you know that guy with the computer was typing in like they fought leopards for fun, like in like a little zone. It's like oh, that adds to like 10% more like bestiality.
What?
I mean, like not like that.
What?
No, like more like they're more bestial.
Jesse, I'm sorry. What did you think
like
happened in the Coliseum? Like, what kind of shows were they putting on?
They probably did stuff sicker than that, but that's not what I meant. I meant like more bestial, not bestiality.
But how many gorilla? Like, if you had like a Viking, right, fully suited up, could they fight a fully grown gorilla?
I don't know, man. Probably not. I think I go with the gorilla. I think the Viking gets a good hit in, but once the gorilla like gets blood smeared, like why didn't you pick up that purple soul item back there?
Fuck me, because it was on the edge and it looked like I'd get zapped if I did.
I mean, no, just pick it. It's like a purple one. It means it's important. What if it's like a Erdtree fragment? Okay, it was Egon's cookbook. Dirty Egon's cookbook. I think once the gorilla has some blood spilled, I think he goes into like a frenzy.
Now, is that a feature that gorillas have?
Gorilla frenzy? Yeah, of course.
That's like a buff that they get when they see blood.
The
blood of an enemy.
Or the blood of yourself. Like,
oh,
you
shit.
go into a frenzy.
So you can like make it help.
Like,
oh, okay.
I think the gorilla initially is kind of doing like gorilla things like, ooh.
Oh, fuck you, Pat Rothfuss. Why didn't I go the right way?
Like just getting like kind of gorilla hype, but then the Viking just fucking puts his axe in his arm or something, and then the gorilla's like, ah! And just goes full gorilla mode.
Okay, what about two Vikings then?
I think two Vikings win against a gorilla. A lot of people are scared of gorillas with every
Vikings
like,
are notoriously not.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, who is this hairy man? Like this just looks like this looks like Yormson that I just kicked the shit out of last week.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a Viking name.
No, Yormson.
Yormson.
Oops.
It's alright, we'll figure it out. We don't need to go back. I think we can keep going.
Okay, but I kind of like taking the high road. I don't think I can keep going.
Okay, go fine. We can't. But yeah, like I think people overestimate gorillas because they're very strong and they do have like kind of intelligence and they have thumbs, but they're not as dangerous as some other animals for sure.
Like what?
Like
what would be the most difficult animal for the Vikings to fight?
Probably like a rhino.
You think, really?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think their weapons could harm her.
But like, did you just not include the elephant out of like being a good sport, or you actually think the rhino would be more difficult?
I think the rhino is more interesting. That's like I think an elephant's an easy pick because like people have used elephants in war. I think
Yeah.
a rhino is like an elephant but more interesting.
They used rhinos for war too.
I mean that's pretty cool. I don't know how they did that, but
You
that
can't
sounds
because you
very
can't really train a rhino. You just gotta
exactly
like you just gotta point them in that direction, like hope.
because they have bad eyes, don't they? Like
Mhm.
notoriously bad vision. So you just
Yeah.
kind of like
And they're dumb as
put a
rocks.
little. They're hard as rocks though.
What about a hippo?
Hippo's pretty good, but a hippo's fleshy.
But it's got so much thick fat. Think about how deep you'd have to penetrate with like your axe or your spear to actually.
Oh, dude, I
damage
think
it.
about penetrating hippos every day.
Like, do you?
That's a different
Could their
story.
weapons even harm a hippo?
Um,
You'd have to get like a
two
critical
Vikings
hit.
versus a hippo. It's pretty close. They're gonna have to use some Viking wiles, some like Viking tactics.
But their weapons, they've only got like their hand axes and shields. They don't have any like big
Yeah.
spears or anything.
No, the Vikings had spears.
No, but I'm saying for our fight to make it more even.
Oh, okay. All right. I think this is a good. All right, yeah. Let's get our eye in once here. Get our eye.
I'll finish it in one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So people really like this boss. This is most people's like favorite boss of the DLC.
Oh hey, what's his face that I have to summon?
Yeah, he's somewhere. He's close to the
Oh,
entrance.
well, I was looking for him and I got eaten by a dragon.
This is probably my favorite dragon fight in all FromSoft history, but it's not my favorite fight in the game. But it's definitely a very good dragon fight as far as dragon fights go. You haven't really looked at him yet, but he's very visually interesting.
Yeah, I wanted to
He's
summon.
good.
I wanted to summon that guy. Hold on.
I
Let's
think
do
he's to
this
the
again.
left. Yeah. He's to the left, I think. There he is. Right there, right there. Just past him.
Oh, right here. Oh, it's one of these fucking little hidden secrets on the ground.
He goes so hard, just like what's his face, the horn
Oh, fuck.
basket.
Let me get...
Curse you!
Fuck, I didn't even get it. This time I know where he is. I'll get him.
Curse you, Bale. He's kind of a fun one to have too, because he's more of a ranged fighter.
So a coward.
He's got a big dumb bow that shoots like big dumb dragon arrows. Dragon harpoons, as he calls them. Yeah, it's just great. He usually starts with his fire breathing, so be careful. Dude, this guy had so much fun at the recording studio. You see how he's missing a leg? He's got his little leg chomped off and his wings chomped off a little bit.
Your fears made flesh. Big strong dragon.
So, can you figure out the lore on this dragon based on everything we've seen so far?
He's the king of the dragons, it looks like.
Well, do you remember the big dead dragon?
Yes. Oh, the one in the Shadow
So-
Realm or the one at the Gondor?
Gondor. Where the fuck was Gondor? Oh, no. The one that we just saw. The
Well,
one we've been
okay,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, my house.
Dude, that dragon was actually the king of the dragons. And Bale, as cool as he is, he like snuck attacked that dragon one day, and he got his leg ripped off and some of his other shit, like his wings fucked up. But he ended up killing the big one because he sneak attacked it. And that little dragon lady that you talked to, she's actually a real dragon that's like taking the form of a smaller dragon. On behalf of Placidiosax, the one dragon that you killed at the end. I'm saying a bunch of nonsense, I know. But the one that you killed at the end of that that one zone. Because she's trying to find a champion to kill Bale, because all the dragons hate Bale, because he's an asshole.
They could probably beat him if they ganged up on him.
Apparently not. He is very cool, though. I love the way he kind of looks like a Balrog a little bit.
Wow. He's still going crazy over there, just on his own. Doing some, like...
He just turned into a dragon when he turned around. Like, what are you doing, Egon? At least he doesn't take any health away, or he doesn't make the boss have more health based on him being in the room.
Does he do anything, though?
He talks shit.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh!
Oh, you made it to phase 2. This is pretty wild. Gets crazy in phase 2. You should lock on here.
I can't even lock on because I don't even know where he's at.
Just in the sky. They shot him right in the mouth there. That was cool.
Well, that'll be for next time. I'll probably beat him in 3 tries.
Oh, I just did a horrible noise. Alright. Time for everybody's favorite bit. What's the name? Who's that talisman? Who's that talisman? Alright. What? I just want to copy.
Oh, it's a shield with a dragon on it. I could go 2 directions here. Does it make your blocking better?
Okay.
Or,
I mean, that's a good guess.
Or does it make you take less damage from dragons?
I mean, I don't know why I laughed at that, like, because that's definitely could be something in the game. You're kind of right on both fronts. It's a physical damage talisman, so you take less physical damage.
Okay.
Just overall. Now, this second one, this is called the Radigan icon. This is Radigan's icon. Everybody's favorite sexy boy, Radigan.
That's just a dude.
It's Radigan.
Yeah, but like, what does that do?
I don't know. What do you think? Like having a little statue of Radigan in your pocket.
Would you just like? Is it a little statue or is it like a lapel pin? Like, would I just put that on my shirt?
I don't know what talisman is. It's kind of maybe let's think of them as like little lapel pins that you put on your cloak.
Probably just makes me do. I don't know. He did like lots of holy magic, maybe that kind of stuff.
I mean, that's not a bad guess. I thought you were gonna say something funny like you can turn into a woman or something. But no, it shortens spell casting time. But holy magic was a good guess.
Yeah.
All right. Next time, Dan won't be so hungover, and we'll fight this big dragon.
I'll try not to be, but for the past 3 weekends in a row, that's been where we're at.
We're gonna next time, if you're hungover, you're gonna end up in a call with like 5 other people, and we're gonna have an intervention for you.
You talk to my fucking coworkers. I would love nothing more. And it's like
just
going out for a drink is fine, but like the belligerent, like the I don't want to do this drink, those are always the worst.
Yeah, like, I guess until you're drunk.
I don't even want this buzz. No. Even when I got drunk, because it's like I don't want to be here right now. Like I don't want.
We should have brainstormed an idea during the episode. Like next time, you should be known as like there should be some sort of weird thing that you do when you get drunk. Like, oh no, we can't invite Dan because sometimes when Dan gets drunk, like he walks around like a crab all evening or something.
That's
like that.
Good. You should think of some more of those for me.
All right, next time.